Hello guys, I see a couple people are watching already. You guys ready to start another grind day on Arena? Going for 4-star Sentry. Well, it probably makes sense to make sure the cam is on. I gotta restart my stream. Fudge. Here we go. Awesome possum. We're live. We're live, guys. Alright, first things first. I haven't logged in about 3.5 hours. I did one arena run earlier. My 5-star should still be on cooldown, but all my 4-stars should be reset, ready to go for another run. Nothing in here. Oh, I got a premium crystal. Let's go ahead and re-roll that bad boy real quick. Welcome back, Kayet, dude. Yeah, I was unfortunately kept from going to bed last night. I got off and I was going to go to bed. My father called me from Florida. I live in Omaha, Nebraska. So he's like, oh, I need you to do something for me. So I had to run to my bank. I had to send him some money because he basically did something stupid that he shouldn't have with his own bank account. So yeah, I had to send money home for Dad. Dad got taken care of. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to come home and I'm going to go to sleep. Get some sleep now. And then I was like, well, crap, I got to get groceries. If I go to bed at 10 o'clock, I'm going to sleep all through the day and I'm not going to do groceries when I wake up. Got groceries. Next thing you know, I'm home at noon. Going to bed at noon, or I think it was 1 o'clock is when I fell asleep. Woke up at 8. Did my first arena grind. Took a shower. And then I was just like, I don't even feel like streaming it right now. I feel like taking a little bit of a rest break. Then, you know, I'll continue on the grind here in a bit. But yeah, I got my dailies done on Fortnite really fast. And now here I am back on the grind for Marvel. But first things first, I gotta check my Alliance quest because I have not logged in here in a couple hours. I should be all clear on my node now. Hopefully. Alright, I'm clear. Lotso logged in and cleared his nodes for me. We got Gwynpool and Crossbones ahead of me. Did you have a good night's sleep? I did find out that apparently you're not allowed to listen to copyrighted music. I got a ton of emails from YouTube last night saying that my content from last night was blocked. So yeah, I can no longer do that. I have to put on one of these copyrighted playlists. But I'm okay with it. This playlist is pretty good. Sadly, I didn't win the Mega Millions, so feels bad, man. So much for becoming a Marvel Contest of Champions whale. That would be pretty amazing. Wins the lottery, becomes the biggest whale in Marvel Contest of Champions history. I changed the title a little bit. 3+ mil. So I think I was at, right? Oh crap. I hope I can get a spot in war. Okay, good. Sadly, my Hyperion is stuck in AQ, so I can't put him as defense, which is very much unfortunate. Oh yeah, good sleep here. Sound busy for you though. What's the plan tonight? Just arena grind? Right now, yes. I didn't really have any too much other plans for tonight. I really wish I had Hyperion. Bet all the good nodes are taken. I might put Nightcrawler on that. I might put Loki over there. Oh, there's 2 spots left. It's unblockable special 2. I might put I'll put Loki on this guy. Power gain. You should have constant level 1. Okay, we got our Arena Alliance War set up. Throw out the new help requests. I'm actually doing something kind of cool right now while I'm doing Marvel. I've got some fresh jerky being made. I went to the store, I bought some 93% fat-free, or yeah, fat-free ground beef. Mix it up with some Cure and teriyaki mix. So I should have some teriyaki jerky here in like the next 7 or 8 hours. Pretty excited about it. Oh, I have a max crystal. Pretty pumped actually about that jerky. It's the first time getting to use my new dehydrator, so everybody's telling me I need to dehydrate things like oranges and bananas, and I'm just like, I got this for jerky. That's the only reason I got it. Oh, by the way, I talked to my alliance last night on Discord about how to play against the Void, and I had the wrong idea. Like, I did not read it thoroughly for his passive for degen. Apparently what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to line it up 9 hits, and then as soon as the degen hits, that's when you hit. Because once you hit the 10th hit, it disables all current degens. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hit 9 hits at the beginning, wait for it to cure, hit, and then hit them, and you just melt them once you get special 2, unlike someone like Magic. So knowing that now, I'm probably going to be able to get through it with a lot less trouble. But yeah, I'm not really worried too much about 100% right away because, one, I've only got 116 units, and I've got no energy refills left over. So I'm probably going to slow play it for now. I'm probably going to arena grind, get my credit pool back up or my unit pool back up, because I was at 900 at the beginning of the month, or beginning of December. Then after the sales and completing 5.4, I lost everything. I was back down to 0. Is this song okay? It sounds like it's dropping a beat in the middle of the song. I'm pretty sure that's the song, but that sounds really weird. You haven't done any of 5 yet? Dude, the rewards are too good not to. 5.4 is pretty tough. The first 2 are easy. I spent, I think, 1 revive on 5.1 and 1 on 5.2. And that was not really paying attention to what the map was. I just watched Seaton's guide to getting through 5.4. And he just said, you know, pick these champions and good luck. Go this path. I was like, you know, okay. Well, went with that, and there's no real issue for me. But 5.4.4 through 5.4.6 are pretty tough. MCOC is the boss for 5.4.4. Mephisto is the boss for 5.4.5. And an original Ultron for 5.4.6 is the boss for that one. Ultron was probably the easiest of the 4, but you have to have a 4-star Loki to be able to just absolutely rinse the Ultron. There are a couple champions who would do really well against them. Like, I bet Doc Ock would probably do really well. Vulture would probably do decent. But basically what I would do for 5.4.6 is I would start with Loki, and I would evade until Ultron got his power gain, and then I would try to parry him, and whenever he would try to go back in on me, I'd parry him again, hit him with a level 1, steal his power gain, immediately hit level 3 because his power gain is huge, and then I would just melt him because he can't do anything. You're constantly regen. Even if he ults you, you don't die from it hardly. I think I had 150, 250 health left, and I healed all the way up to 100% with his regen buff. So it was pretty good. Oh no. I don't like this special because I feel like the rocks should be a different color. On most of the maps that you play against, it's way too dark, and it's very hard to see them to make a dodge play. Okay, yeah, you're just gonna not. Makes sense. Yeah, it's not easy though. That Ultron, all he has to do is hit you one time with a Furion, and you just get wiped. He hits you for like 17,000 damage. If you could steal his Fury buff, you do the same amount of damage to him though. It's insane. Oh, I gotta update my total score. There we go. I'm not really worried about my synergies too much. They're not gonna really benefit me. So I'm just throwing these rank 5s in there. Eh. To nod. Hey Simon, welcome to the stream, my dude. Oh no, I got smacked. Ant-Man, please. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is like day 2 of streaming. We streamed last night for the first time, and Kayat was here with us as well. Glad to have you with us. I think we're all grinding right now. Kayat said he was streaming, so he was grinding as well, and I've got to put these 4 stars through more rigorous perils of tonight's arena. Dude, I love winter because it's cold and I'm a fat kid, but one thing is absolutely for sure, I hate how dry my skin becomes in winter. My hair is way too long, I need a haircut, and my skin is so dry that my hair touching it makes it itch. Alright now, I need you to calm down, sir. One thing I definitely gotta say is, since I stopped doing arenas, this new arenas post-game screen is so nice. Like, you can get in and out of matches so fast now. Like, you don't have to wait for the combo and how many hits and stuff. Like, I don't care about those stats right now. Just get me into the next match as fast as possible. And they did that, and it looks nice. Not cold where you are in Japan? Oh, man. Japan, dude. I like Japan. Never been there, unfortunately, but that's one of the places that I want to go more than anything. I had a lot of friends that were stationed in Japan, or near Japan, I guess, who were in the U.S. Navy. Oh snap, got lucky yesterday with a Yang Crystal, 4-star Sentry. Dude, congrats. I could never get that lucky. But yeah, I remember back, it used to take me 8 seconds between every fight. And I did the math one day and I was just like, this isn't worth it. I was like, I'm losing so much time. Like, what's the point of even doing arena? Because I'm spending, out of the minute between the fights, it felt like, it was like 8 seconds was just the loading screen after the fight, and 8 seconds was the fight. What? Oh, a second. Never mind. And the other one was the load into the next fight. So you have 16 seconds of loading screens between the end of the fight and going into the next one. Not to mention the 4 seconds it is between the fight that you have to select and say okay and ready up. So definitely a huge fan of this. Still trying to work out Sentry. I have not really looked into what his abilities do. Like, I'm sure that if I just like sat down and like examined him, I feel like if you put him on an unblockable special 1 or an unblockable special 2, anyone and everyone would be able to dodge him. Like, his stuff is not clever at all. Like, him and Void, their specials are very telegraphed what's going to happen. So unfortunately, I don't see them being good in Alliance War. But I do see the degens on Sentry being a pain. If you put them on a like a node with Bane, I think if you put them on a node with Bane, Void, I think Void would really be a pain to have to deal with in Arena War or Alliance War. Because you're dealing with Bane as well as worrying about the timing of how many hits you have to keep his passive off. That seems like it would just be a pain in the ass. People would just forget. You would just have moments of brief dumminess. People would lose champs because of it. That's what I keep hearing. They say that you gotta have voids for the synergy for Sentry. What's funny is that during my first arena runs earlier tonight, I was like really tired. Like I just woke up, and I was just sitting there just like playing. And don't get me wrong, I love arena grinding because I'm getting something out of it. But I was like falling asleep while playing it, and I was just like sitting there like this. And I got so lucky because I kept waking up in the middle of the fight, and like every single fight I woke up, I was like less than 35%, and I was able to win the fight every single time. It was like I gave a head start to the person. Like, that's okay. Yeah, war's not gonna be fun here soon. Not to mention our alliance keeps getting our asses kicked in war. I don't understand what to do. I just wish they would bring back the old alliance war. I don't like any of these new point systems that they've added. Don't get me wrong, I think diversity is really important because yeah, you're getting to see different champions. Well, I don't think it's an alliance's fault that some of the champions are just really super easy. You've been fighting some of these champions for 3 years. Everybody's been fighting Wolverine since the very beginning. Wolverine used to be really OP in Alliance War. You put him on an Unstoppable 2 or something and a power gain, and he would just, you'd constantly be like getting your asses kicked by him because he would have constant regens going. He would be at much higher health, so he'd get so much more health than you would actually do damage. But I mean, eventually people learned how to play against him. They didn't let him hit. They baited out level 1s. They started, all these champions that used to be good in Alliance War are no longer good. Yeah, I got lucky today. I could have very easily lost my streaks. But I definitely feel like it's not the players' fault that some of these champions are, you know, balls easy now. I feel like they need to stop trying to make champion synergies so important and just, you know, knock it off. I really don't know how to say it. I feel like they're trying too hard to make Alliance War like the super competitive thing, but it's not possible. It's already competitive. Yeah, I was bitching about this to Kayet last night. Basically, I have a real issue with them making champions that the only way you can beat certain champions is by having other certain champions. Like, I was complaining about how last month's MODOK challenge had what's okay, it had Dark Phoenix, right? So Dark Phoenix was a super big pain in the ass. Now, the only person who would be immune to that cold snap was Mephisto. So whenever it first came out and it was really, really OP before they dumbed down her SIG, it was basically only people that could do it was people who had Mephisto. And now, and then MODOK was only good for people who either had Archangel, Daredevil, or really were good. Actually, believe it or not, Magneto was really good against MODOK for me because his magnetic ability, wherever magnetism, reduced his shield respawn time by like 20 seconds for me a couple times. I don't have Blade. He's very, very much the thing I want most right now in the game. Ice Phoenix was the hybrid they put in it was in the 3rd chapter, 1st quest. But yeah, MODOK was awful. We are all the same. Yeah, Ice Phoenix. Dark Phoenix was 2 months ago, right? Where she was she was one of the, whatever it's called. She was the boss of one of them. It was like an X-Men thing. It was like one of the first times we got introduced to MODOK. They had a storyline with her in it. Oh snap! My 5 stars just came off cooldown. That means my alliance actually didn't fall asleep early tonight. That's good news. That's good news, boys. That means we should get 900 points from this run. I'm actually going to put Carnage on Cyclops because I really want to have a long fight with Carnage. I didn't see Seaton or Brian on today. Did they stream it all? Oh man, it's not a newbie just because you haven't finished that. Honestly, it takes a long time to deal with just because, honestly, I feel like our energy system right now in this game is it's a bit behind what it needs to be. I feel like there's way too many things that you need energy for that you can't use your energy for. Like, oh, Brian did his usual stream? Sweet. I missed it then. But I feel like there's way too many things you need to use energy on. You have to have choices. Like, I should be able to use my energy for my daily or my monthly quest, but I shouldn't have to like delay. Oops. I shouldn't have to delay my progress on 5.4 completion. I hit by it again. Hey, let's go some Carnage gameplay, yeah. I kind of want to take him and just play around with him in Realm of Legends. I feel like he hurts, but he doesn't hurt, you know? It's like you got knives on your hands, but the other person's got a gun. It's like, oh, maybe. Maybe you can be effective. We'll find a way. Well, I just increased the amount of time that this run's going to take for for Arena, which is unfortunate because it's going to be a little bit longer now, but I'm okay with it. Just because of the 5 stars coming off back. I'm going to get one less run than I wanted to end today, which is unfortunate. Started playing back when the game first came out. Alright, I started playing back when the game came out, but gave up as it was way too hard to rank up. Only way to get alphas was to play in arenas. Didn't play for 2 years, and my friend convinced me to come back. The game is way different now, it's so much better. Well, yeah, because honestly, what I think changed the game completely for people was the monthly calendar. Monthly calendars came out about a year and a half, 2 years ago now. That's when they first introduced them. And those kind of changed the game because they didn't really reward you just for playing. They rewarded you for what you were playing. And unfortunately, there was way too much to play to get the rewards you needed to advance. Like, you needed to complete story modes, but there were no monthly challenges. There was like an occasional special challenge, like a Coulson or a Daisy challenge and the Goldblum. But I mean, you had like 3 things that you played on this game. You did arena grind, you did story mode, and then you played Realm of Legends. That was all there was. There was nothing else to do. Now there's Realm of Legends, Labyrinth, Path to the Labyrinth of Legends, Labyrinth of Legends, daily challenges with all the different catalysts, Catalyst Tier 4, 6 different arenas that could be running at one time. The storyline of 1 through Act 5, and then the monthly quest. Like, I feel like the monthly quest should be on its own energy refill. Well, I think what they should do, honestly, I think that Carnage was very close to being what he needs to be. I feel that they should uncap his symbiotic, what do you want to call it, his ability to get, passive charges or passive ability. I think that they should uncap that from 6. And they should allow him to get as many as he can. And his signature ability, instead of it just being unlocked the 6th thing, it should be every 10 you unlock another, or you get 2 for every time you use a special. Like, you shouldn't have to build up and it takes so long. Think about how much time it takes you to get that much energy to use that many specials. To use 6 specials, that'll take you at least 3 minutes of fighting. and most of the fights are over by that time. Even if you're fighting perfectly against like someone in 5.4, there's no way they're gonna last that long. Even if you're never gonna get to that many stacks. So take off the cap, let people do it faster, give them 2 buffs for every time they use a special, and then I just feel like it should have an endless ceiling. There's no reason why it should have a ceiling, because all it takes is someone to have a nullify ability, which most of the champions in Act 5 do, and you lose it all anyways, or they benefit from you having it. So I just feel like Carnage is way too like, he's an imbued villain. There's no reason he should be like an embarrassment to the game, because right now he's an embarrassment to the game. Yeah, his special 2 is not terrible. It does a lot of damage, especially if the person's already bleeding. But I definitely feel like it's not something I would be like, oh, woo. Normally, I just go for special 3, and then I just put as many bleed charges on someone as I can with Fury on. Because by the time you get to that, it's usually the person's dead. Otherwise, I just throw out special 1s just to get my Furies built up. With 5 Furies, you actually can do quite a bit of damage. 5 Furies plus like 2 crits, you're doing alright. And if you're really good at parrying and intercepting, you can do a lot of damage with them then. I really like his heavy attack though. A 100% bleed every single time. Oh yeah. Best way to get tier 4 cats. I know this sounds silly. I think the best way to get tier 4 cats is use your glory from AQ. Each cat is about, what is it, 450, I think, for the first set of 18,000. You can get 2 for like 900 glory. I don't have to spend my glory anymore. I just buy things that are nice. I also do recommend the weekly. There's the weekly tier 4. You can do that. There is the monthly quest, which always gives a tier 4 for completing it the first time through. And I think the uncollected gives one too, right? Oh crap. Alright, no more evade for you. Never tried the weekly, the tier 4 weekly? It's worth it, man. All you gotta do is get, I think it's 1.1 million. For me, I can do it in 24 fights. Usually less. But I usually, if I'm doing another arena, I try not to let my 5 stars be used in it. So if I'm using just 4 stars, I can usually get it in like 24 or 25 4-star fights. But I know you said you're still relatively new, so you probably don't have any, like, a large enough pool of 5 stars to do it. That's the main way people usually get the tier 4, is they take their 5 stars. Like me, I've got, I think, 11 rank 3 5 stars or higher. So I just take them in, and right now, my 5 stars alone in this arena are going to give me 200k points, and I'm going to use them at least 10 times during my my arena run this week. The points really add up. Which 5 stars you got? You got 3. Alright, Ghost Rider. I blocked that. I swear, these champions, they like can block things that no other champion in the game can block. Arena IQ is just ridiculous. The arena IQ can sometimes just block anything and everything. I feel kind of silly. I'm wearing a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt, and I got a green screen behind me, so my Ninja Turtles are kind of showing up gray and see-through. Star-Lord, Ronin, and Iron Man just got Star-Lord yesterday. Well, you're off to a pretty decent start. All 3 of those 5 stars will be really helpful for you in the run. Not to mention they have synergy, don't they? Doesn't Ronin have a synergy with Iron Man? And Star-Lord has one with Ronin too, right? Or is that Drax? I'm thinking. I think Drax has one with Ronin. I don't think Star-Lord does. But no, that's a pretty good 3. That's the pretty decent first 3 5-stars, my dude. Ronin is actually extremely low-key overpowered. Something about having a 100% stun every single time you get a special one. When I was doing the MCOC quests last month, which by the way, I'm so glad those are over. I was getting so exhausted trying to run through every MCOC quest. It wasn't hard, but it took an hour every 8 hours to do, and I was just like, oh my God. But I would use Ronin every single time I did a run through, because Ronin had that stun, and then every once in a while you get a champion node that would be like 200% power gain for both champions. And then you just spam that special one, and that champion on the other side just looks at you because they can't do nothing. Oh man, it was super easy shards. I've never opened as many crystals as I did last month. I opened like 6 5-stars, at least 10 4-stars, all within like a few weeks. And then I completed 5.4 in the last couple days of December, and then got another 2 5-stars and 2 4-stars. It was a very good month, Simon. Here in a second, I need to go pat down my jerky. My jerky has been cooking now for about 4 hours. I patted it down once after an hour and a half. I was supposed to do it at 3 hours, but I decided to let it go for a little bit longer. See if I can cook more juice out of it. I went up 14 to 24 stars. That'll do. Yeah, for Christmas, my parents really don't know what to get me because I'm slightly successful. I'm not gonna say I'm like super successful in my life. I work in medicine, and you know, I've got a decent career where I can, you know, afford to have decent things. And my parents are like, "Oh, you want anything?" I'm like, "I've always wanted to make my own beef jerky." Okay, we'll get you a dehydrator. All right. I've got everything else I need or want. I wasn't gonna be like, "Yeah, give me a PS4." But yeah, this is my first batch of jerky. I'm kind of upset though because I really wanted. My father came up here in November from Florida, and he went hunting out in Missouri, and he killed a deer. And for some reason, he didn't think maybe Jason would like some of that venison. And so he left the meat at the lodge he was staying at, so he didn't have to buy ice. And basically came up here without venison, and I'm like, "Where's my venison?" And he was just like, "Whoops." So now I don't get any venison this year, which is sad. I was gonna make some venison chili and some venison chops. It would have been a good winter if I had got some venison. Cause he got 3 deer in a 4-day period. That ain't bad for these mountain deer. Yeah, I grew up in the South, so deer is like one of my favorite meals. It's okay. I made him pay for it. He ended up taking me out to Texas Roadhouse. I told him, though, if he forgets next time that we're going to have issues. I still told him that I think he purposely forgot it so he didn't have to share. He's got himself a new girlfriend, so pretty sure he wanted to give her as much meat as possible to make his own chili back home. Nah. I'm sure that he genuinely forgot, but I could have really done some. I could have ground up that venison. I could have made some venison jerky too. Woo her with deer. He's like, "Hey babe, look what I got." just a whole bunch of wrapped up venison. Okay, this is cute and all, but I love when the AI just like goes like super tryhard mode like that. Like, you're gonna lose. What time is it? So I can check my venison at the correct time. It's 5 o'clock. Yeah, I'm gonna check here in a couple minutes. And when I'm doing that, I'm going to refill my water cup. I've got a drop left over, but not enough to drink. I was gonna stream on Twitch tonight, to be honest, Kayet. I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna stream some Fortnite, and I'll stream some PUBG, and then I was like, you know, I really don't feel like playing those at all today. I think I need a beer, dude. I've got one left in the fridge, but it's a Corona from like 2 months ago. I normally try. I actually have made it a personal goal. I don't drink between right before Thanksgiving and January 30th. So for that 2 month and 2 week period, I try to avoid drinking because I've lost a lot of friends in the past to drinking and suicide. I feel that when you drink in the wintertime and you're by yourself, which I am by myself up here, the last thing I want to do is think too deep about things. So, usually I try to avoid drinking one. No, I didn't even drink on New Year's. Well, it is what it is. I'm not really too worried about myself. I'm in a good place mentally. But I like to avoid that just because of what it's done to other people. It's sort of like the last thing you want to hear about, but it's a real deal. But everybody has the reasons for doing things, and that's mine. You know, way too many people who the sauce got to them in this time of the year. Well, one thing's for sure, I'm really glad we have another person in here tonight. We're slowly building the new community. Oh, true, dude. I live in Omaha, Nebraska, which is... It's not a huge city. It's not like New York or LA or anything crazy. But there's a lot of people that live here. It's a city, and it's a wide spread out city. But you'd be surprised how many people are alone in a city that big. Some people just don't know how to talk or express themselves, so they have issues just reaching out. Me, I'm very lucky. I'm very good at making friends and being friendly to people, so basically I know that in the event that I'm ever feeling low, I've got about 10, 12 people that I could count on to listen to me, hear me out, be a shoulder for me if I need it. I'm very blessed in that regard. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people in Japan like that. Makes me think about the damn Logan Paul, though. I'm really surprised that idiot didn't get banned from the platform. Man, we're glad to have you, man. Fuck that guy. Yeah, he's an idiot. I watched the what do you want to call it? The Philip DeFranco on video on him. And it was just like, oh man, he really did all of this. He went into the forest that he knew would probably have something like that. Went off the trail looking for it, found it, and then acted surprised. Like, come on, you knew what you were gonna find. Like they say, an average of 1 a day happens there. Like 1 to 2 a day is not out of the ordinary. He knew what he wanted. He knew what he wanted. He knew what he was gonna find. And I'm glad you found the stream too, dude. Thank you very much for the sub. Welcome to the Bear Fam. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, as the saying goes, there's no such thing as bad publicity. He's getting rinsed by the majority of celebrities, but he's getting twice as many clicks as he was before. As horrible as it was what he did, he's still benefiting from it. You see the video that Jake Paul posted the day after? Jake Paul posted a video. It was like, she lost her virginity, or I lost my virginity, or something. And it was basically just a picture of him on a bed with a girl in his lap. And I'm just like, really? That's like the 3rd time that's happened to me with Colossus. Can you do something? Thank you. I live like a half-hour drive from there, yeah. That's rough. At least you get to see Mount Fuji, man. That's actually probably one of the more pretty things in this world. My friend was there this past year. He went to the Tierra del Fuego in South America, and then he went to Mount Fuji here in August. It's a big damn mountain. Oh yeah. He climbs every time. That's all he posts on his Snapchat is him climbing stuff. Like I'll be sitting there like, oh, let's see what Danny put out on Snapchat, and I'll go to Danny's Snapchat story, and it's just him climbing some fake rock in a gym. I'm just like, what are you doing? Humans are meant to keep our feet on the ground. More power to him for doing something I would never do. Because I will never climb that mountain. Ever. You can't make me. It's not a dream of mine. It's not an aspiration. I'm not climbing it. I'm not. I could drop 100 pounds and be fit and nimble and ready to take on the world. And I will never climb that mountain. I've seen way too many movies where people just fall to their death. I'll take a helicopter up there. I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm afraid of falling off a mountain to my death. That's what I'm afraid of. I mean, I will say this. I'm not afraid of heights, but I get vertigo from video games that have massive falls. Like if I'm playing on Grand Theft Auto and I go to the tallest building in the city, alright Black Widow now. If I go to the tallest building in Grand Theft Auto and jump off of it and don't use my parachute, I can feel my stomach in my throat. Just, whoa, But that's pretty good that you got to climb it before though. That's something not all the people can say. Yeah, I've seen the pictures. It looks like a trail that just goes up the. Yeah, I've never had an issue with heights. I'm sure I would have an issue with heights if I had to do something that was absolutely stupid. Like replace the light bulbs in those giant fixtures at the top of football and soccer stadiums. I'd probably have an issue with heights then because I'm not going up on no damn thing that tall. Like these, I live out in the middle of this big wide open area here in Nebraska. And it's just flat land and hills every once in a while. But they've got these giant wind turbines. These things are like 500 feet up into the air with like 100-foot long blades that go around. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure these people probably get paid a lot of money to do what they do, but they go up inside these tubes and they go 500, 600 feet up in the air, and they get out on top of this thing. They put on a harness. They hang over the side of it. They pull open a panel and they work on the engines from 500, 600 feet up in the air. They have cup noodles and coffee shops at the top. Dude, I want to know, do the people that run those shops just stay up there, or do they make that hike every day? I say, because if I made that hike up Mount Fuji, I'd probably be like, yo, boss, I'm going to stay here tonight. They stay up there 2 months a year? True. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to swallow that nastiness. I'm flying right through this arena. Closed outside of July and August. So you can't even climb up it? That sucks. Well, I bet there's probably like a lot of snow up there, and they're probably like, it's not safe. Oh crap, I gotta do my jerky. Give me 5 minutes, guys, because I've got to take the top off of this jerky, pat it down with a paper towel, and refill my water cup. It'll be like 5 minutes tops. Alright, I'm back. I got some of my beef jerky. Perfect. Not bad at all. We'll see you when you get back, Simon. Grind feels slow. You're doing 3-star arena, right? You're doing 4-star? Where are you at right now? True, true. Nice. I'm really hoping that today is the perfect storm for me for getting 6 million points. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to get at minimum 2 million points. I wanted to get to 4 million was my minimum before I go to sleep. When I wake up at 5, I have 5 hours till work, which gives me 2 more run-throughs, my 4 stars, 1 with my 5 stars. By the time work starts, I should have my 5 stars back. And by the time work ends, I should have my 5 stars back again for one last run, which would put me at 9 mil. And I would get 2 4-star runs in between each one. That's what it's all about, man. You gotta know if you're not, so you're not wasting everyone's time. If I hadn't got a late start, I would have made 10 mil. Hey, what's up, man? Small world. How are you? Aww. There we go. There we go. Good. I'm glad to hear that, man. Are you grinding as well? Did you just happen to spot me while on YouTube, or did someone in RAM say something? Because I don't even think I told them on my YouTube channel and me streaming from there. I don't think anyone from Ramrod 1 knows that. Okay. Really wanted to take advantage of those broken armors. Just not. Oh, well, that's awesome. I'm glad it was me. Oh yeah, very early. I'm here in Omaha, Nebraska, so I'm central. I know all about how late it is. Well, this is early for me actually, because, well, I guess it's starting to get late. I usually go to sleep around 7:30. Very nice, dude. I've streamed on Twitch. I prefer streaming on Twitch. I've got a bigger following there. But there's not a lot of people that appreciate this game on Twitch, so I just started recently trying to stream this game here on YouTube. I usually stream my other games on Twitch. Usually up until 9 a.m. Damn. Alright. This is smart ass here. Well, I'm super pumped for your weekend off. I'm actually very lucky. It's not my weekend off by any means, but I'll definitely be getting to do my most grinding because I work overnights for my job, and the overnight shifts for my job are super easy. So even when I'm at work tomorrow, I should be able to do at least 2 full arena grinds while at work. The only problem is that I want to get caught up on Dragon Ball Z Super too, so... And watching Dragon Ball Super in Japanese with subtitles is very difficult with this game. I fell asleep early, woke up around 4, we'll be up for the day. Well, at least you didn't like fall asleep for like an hour and wake up and we're wide awake. I've done that so many times. Usually do the basic arena. Don't feel like I have enough champs for the featured. How many 5 stars you got? You have 13 5 stars. How many of them are rank 3? If I were you, depending on how many of them are rank 3 or higher, 61 4 stars, 7s max out. It's not bad. You probably got more 4 stars maxed out than me. 3? Do your best to get as many to rank 3 as you can, and you can start running the featured. The rewards are better for getting your 5 stars. A lot of your 5 stars are trash, though. Doesn't matter. They still get you just as many points. That's what I do. See, I've got... I'm trying to think. I think I have like 21 or 22 or 23 5 stars. But like 8 of them are complete garbage, but they still get me points. Oh, pulled Hope? That's pretty good. I like Hulk, but I know that if I ever dupe my Hulk, I'm never going to take him to rank 4. Unless tier 2 alphas become super common, which is possible. I mean, right now they're like giving them away. I might take him up in the future, but I've got a 4-star that I could take up to rank 5 if I wanted. My 3 best are Hulk, Captain Marvel, and Gilly. Gilly's really, really good. I think she's low-key, like, God tier. I remember when she first came out and everybody was, like, losing their minds because she was, like, a Realm of Legends Wolvie Slayer and no one really knew it. And then a couple people beat Realm of Legends just with her. And they were like, wait, what? Yeah, you know, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, Gilly. Whoops. Not to mention, her bleed stacks are really high. She does a lot of damage. I think she has one of the higher percentage bleeds in the game. I think the only people that have like higher bleed are Drax. I think Yondu might have a higher bleed. Yeah, exactly. I kind of wish that the help was different in this game. I know this is like a really minuscule thing to complain about, but instead of just clicking boom, 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 boom to health and they have to wait for each one to load, they should have a screen that's just like the Catalyst screen with all your champions, and you can select each one of the champions that you need help on, select them all, or hit one button that says select all, and then request help. Or just totally get rid of all that trouble. I mean, it's something small, but it's 2 seconds of load time for each time you request help. So that's a significant amount when you add it up. What's up, Nightfall? Howdy. Welcome to the Strum. Jack says Filthy Bleed. I have him 50-50 4-star. I have him as a 5-star, rank 3 at 34 sig, and his bleed's massive. What do you think Sentry goes for? I'm hoping around 9 mil, but probably 12 or 13, maybe more. From what I see, it feels like a lot of people got him, so I'm hoping that he's kind of not as sought after. Like, a lot of people are just really happy that they got him in the 5-star already, or the 4-star already. Not much is happening. Was watching some YouTube and saw you were live. Well, yes, I am. I don't think he's going to be that sought after. I don't think he's that good of a champ, in my opinion. I feel like in order for Sentry to be good, you have to have Void. So I feel like because he requires so much, that people are not going to be as adamant about going for him. Trust me, all the champions I go for are usually not good. So I had a feeling that I wanted to go for this one, and I'll probably regret it. I don't know if that's a siren from a cop car here in real life, or in the. I think it's in the music. He's like Ragnarok Thor, yeah. All I know is that right now they've released a lot of champions in this game, and I appreciate it, and I think it's awesome. But I think it's time that they stop releasing new champions for like a good 2-month period, and they go back and revamp some of these champions that need to get looked. So, gotta ask, interesting choice on Mag's rank 4. He was my first rank 4 choice. He was the very first 5-star that I duped, and I wanted to take someone up, and at the time I think I only had 3 or 4 5-stars that were valuable, and I thought that he offered the most utility with a heal block, bleed, and his ability to do magic damage with auto attacks. I have been playing this game for a very long time, so I personally think this is a very good game. Alright, this is actually probably the last match I'll be able to play. Then I'll have to stop because of, I can't get too low. Can't get too low with my PI. So I'll probably run a quest in Uncollected. But believe it or not, Mags was not the worst champion I had as rank 4. I feel that my worst rank 4 decision was Ronin. I brought him up because I needed a champion that was good for AQ. And I was always getting stuck on Poison Path, and I didn't have any poison immune champions. So whenever I duped Ronin, I was like, that's my sign. I need to take up Ronin for my second rank 2. Or second rank 4. And I did not waste a second. I took him right up. I recently took him down though, and I brought up Ghost Rider though. Even though Ghost Rider's unduped, he's still a higher PI than, or higher prestige than Ronin was. Which is kind of funny. Awesome, awesome. It's a good game. It's a good game if you have a lot of free time or you're stuck on your phone. I actually have enough tier 4 alphas or tier 2 alphas right now that I could take up another 5-star to rank 4. But the only person I would have right now that I would probably take would be Star-Lord. But I'm not going to use it on him yet because I need to dupe him first. If I get Stark Spidey before I get him duped, then I'll just give it to Stark Spidey. eh. I don't feel like Drax has high enough PI to take him up. Like, I'd rather take Captain Marvel up to rank 5 or rank 4 than Drax. Yeah, that's where I gotta stop. Alright. Well, I got 900,000 from one run. It's not bad. One run in an hour and a half. It's not bad. Let's see how much time we got on these 4-star resets. $30 minutes. We'll take a look at my champion pool for 5 stars for you. This is my current pool. The only other champion that I think I have in here that would stand to do well going to rank 4 would be Hyperion. Maybe Iceman. Maybe Magic. But I'd rather... I gotta dupe one of them. I can't pull the trigger on any of them until I actually, like, get one of them duped. The only one of them that would seem like an absolute must-have rank 4 was Ghost Rider. The rest of them, I'm just, like, waiting. I'll take the school bus, so I have a lot of free time to play. You will, definitely. But you'll definitely have to play it more than just on the school bus. Welcome back, Simon. You missed it. I had some of my beef jerky. It was amazing. I just finished running through. Yeah, I probably would lean towards Iceman before I would take up Hyperion. That sucks. Am I gonna miss out on the last reward? Win a fight. I'm gonna miss out on it. That sucks. I didn't realize I was that close. Yeah, there's no way I could get that. That sucks. Sounds good, Kai. Have yourself a good night, my dude. Thanks for stopping in again tonight. Let's roll the daily. See how much good luck we got today. What I get every day. For sure, Nightfall. I agree. Get into it. Join us. One of us. Oh yeah, it was definitely a success. Success is actually an understatement. It was a very, very big success. Hey, that's pretty good. I think it's like the best thing that you can get in that, besides alphas. No, I can't hoard. When this game first came out and Summoner Advancement was all about hoarding your crystals to get the best rewards, I would hoard, but I have not hoarded crystals in years. I use them every chance I can. Especially the utility crystals, the ones that get you like signature abilities, get stuff up. There's no sense sitting on them because you need your champions to get as close to awaken as possible. Do any crystals give you a 4-star awakening? Isn't there a chance of getting them in the whatever it's called crystal, the catalyst advancement crystal, the one you get from what's that playlist called? I have to look at it. It's one of the weeklies that comes out, class catalyst one, where you get like a random class catalyst if you spin it. What's going on? I keep clicking the wrong thing. I feel like a dummy. There's not even one active. You can get them from max sig crystals from 3 stars. Very nice. I think I've got like a mutant one right now. I think that's all I got. Yeah, I got a mutant 4-star. Oh, I got a mutant and a science. If I get Sentry, I'll awaken him. Okay, I have energy to use. I was, but I spent 100,000 today. I bought a bunch of mystic things. I'm gonna be using some mystic cores for dispersion, but I can't figure out what I want to do for my. I can't figure out what I want to do for my masteries. I'm definitely gonna be doing a reset on them soon, but I don't know what to do. All I know is I need to clear up at least 4 points. I think I can clear up 1 point from like a point in this. Yeah, pacify. I don't mind them getting abilities like a little bit more often. Like it helps against people like Wolverine, but yeah. I don't mind it as much. I might could lose 1 point or maybe 2 from Pacify. But I don't know where else I'm going to lose a point in offense and defense. Maybe block proficiency. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But yeah, I was saving loyalty for Unstoppable Colossus. But today I made some spending decisions. Blade, Archangel, Stark, Spidey. There's a lot. Got 4-star Sparky during the Modok event, immediately went 40-40. My Electro has been sitting at rank 3 since I found out he was no longer the top science champion for Prestige. I took him down last Christmas and immediately took up Quake. And Quake's been sitting at the top of my Prestige for a while. Can you actually, like, fight me? Any hints on beating Dormammu in Arena War or Alliance War? I get screwed by him every time. I think I usually fight Dormammu with just control champions. The champions that don't get buffs, Vision, other than that are bursty champs. Beat them with Star-Lord. You don't have to actually use abilities or get buffs, really. The only buff you get is Fury. Usually when I get a Dormammu, I beat him without any trouble. I feel like if you can bait out his level 1, it's very easy to miss. Yeah, just combo and beat him to damn death. Yeah, Scarlet Witch is a bitch. It sucks. It's okay though. Star-Lord, or not Star-Lord, Scarlet Witch did her job. You're not gonna use your level 1. You're gonna heal twice on me because you. He's refusing his. He's refusing to use his special one. Oh, he went unblockable. I forgot about that. I forgot about his damnation stacks. What's up, Max? How are you, man? I played that fight perfectly, and then I just forgot how many stacks he had. Like, I literally played that fight perfectly. You having a good night, Max? Laid him out. We need an extra big coffin. Nice, dude. It's not bad at all. Heck yeah. I honestly might just Star-Lord this bitch. Not a ton of buffs to trigger on Star-Lord. Easy. I still say it's going to be, I don't really play the 3-star, so I don't know. But I would say it's probably going to be somewhere between like 500 and 650. It's going to be a decent amount, I think, for that particular bracket. I know I'm in the top bracket of 3 stars, so... In beginner bracket, I have no idea. I really, really hate Yellow Jacket. I really hope he doesn't catch me with a special one. If he catches me with one special, I'm dead. I honestly might just tank them. I can't risk catching any of them. Jesus. 1.5 million for a 3-star champion. That's so much time for a 3-star champion. Like, that's not worth it. You should just be putting all your effort into 5 stars then. Like, it's just say screw 3 stars. There's no way. That's so many rounds of fights. Am I crazy? I thought 3 stars didn't give dick for points. I remember back in the day getting 450k and 3 stars took like 2 days. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe points went up and I'm dumb. I haven't done the 3-star arenas in forever. Damn. They said 18 mil. Oh well. We'll do our best to get as high as we can. Beep. You're kidding me. He hit me with the last one. Positive news, I actually healed it. That was bad. Only 2 mil for Voy. I really want him. True. So you got 1.5, 1.6 mil after just 3 runs. Damn. Act 5? No, not right now. This is the uncollected difficulty path. Chapter 2, Chapter 2, Section 1, hardcore path. I have a lot of maxed out 3 and 2 stars. Not that many 4 stars. Yeah, you probably like slam dunk on that 3-star arena. I stopped doing it because it was just, I was getting it every time. And I felt like trying to think about it. Is 3-star arena still the place to get the most gold? Because I was thinking about it. I think that the amount of gold that it asks you for is way under what you get back. Is that it? That was the boss? I didn't realize I was fighting the end boss. I thought it was someone else. No, it was Thor. I thought that was gonna be a lot harder. I thought I was gonna fight another boss. Yeah, that seems like it would definitely pay more than the 5-star. Because with the 5-star, it's 440 just for the entry, and or 400 just for the entry, and you only get back 450 from the actual consecutive win bonus. So that's a decent amount per fight. How the fuck do I get to 1 million gold, I guess? Yeah, I think that's how people make money, like, in the games. That's probably why. They spam 3-star arena. Huh. Because, I mean, I've been spamming this arena for 2 days now, and I've only gone up, like, 45,000 gold. So... smacked. Drax is playing really different than normal. Sometimes I'm like halfway through, I just stop because it's too boring. That's the one thing I definitely noticed about the 3-star arenas, is because you could literally put your phone down, start the fight, do something, come back, and the fight's still going. Like if you accidentally AFK on a 5-star or 4-star fight, those matches don't last very long because of the damage output. But in 3-star, the AI fight's different. And the damage isn't there, but the health is. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should not try to spam in 5-star and just try to do the 3-star arenas, get extra gold. 3 regions. 19,999 crit. And that was only with 1 Fury. It's with 1 Fury and 2 cruelties. play a lot of 3-star arenas. I only have 24 4-stars and 3 5-stars. Some of them at 2.5 million gold. Yeah, well, the thing is, when your champion pool is not that high, you don't have a lot of crazy expensive champions to deal into. To rank up a 4-star or a 5-star champion, it costs such a higher percentage. To take a 4-star to rank 5 is like minimum 250k, and then you have all the levels. It's so much cheaper to have lower champions. Okay, now. Alright, so it's 6:28 right now. When I finish this, my champion should be unlocked for arena. I'll do that next run through. Then I'll go to bed, wake up, start it again. Well, at least you have a new year to fully max out 4-star Luke Cage. Nah, man, I wouldn't. That's like some stuff I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. I would never wish, like, people who I don't get along with in Marvel to get Luke Cage. Dude, my special 1 just did 14k. If I had special 2, it would have done 40k minimum. That was 1 cruelty, 3 fury, and a regen. I'm about to shred this Thor. Asgard cannot save you, Thor. I haven't procced the offensive buff in 20 hits. I was really hoping to shred this Thor, but I just got my first Fury of the entire match. It's unfortunate. I had really good luck on getting defensive. I got, what is it called? Debuffs on him. I had a debuff on him every combo, I think. I hit him with weakness, weakness, heal block, weakness, power zap, then power lock. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and throw him back in there just so I can request help from my lads. Alright. Back to Arena. Who did I pull from the $1 crystal? I got Quake again. I got Quake like 3 or 4 times now. I didn't even try to dodge that. Yeah, I got Quake from it. All I wanted was Mephisto. All I wanted was Mephisto. Mephisto or Dormammu would have completely made my night. Oops. Of course you got Mephisto. That's all I wanted. Why not me? That's all I wanted. He's actually not as he's surprisingly not as scary in Alliance Quest or Alliance Wars I thought he would be. Crap! Cancel my auto like every time I try to do that. Him or Archangel, exactly. I'm convinced I'm just never gonna get Archangel. He's on my list of champions that are unobtainable. Oh yeah. At the end of this run, I should be at like 4.5 mil, I think. I get about 875,000 from my 5 stars combined with my 4 stars. And without my 5 stars in the mix, I make about 5. This should be like 4.4 before this is done. might kill me from that. Yep, he killed me. That's the first arena match I've lost. That stun duration was so long. Like, I've got whatever it's called on, so my thing goes down. Time to focus here, I can't. Kind of sucks that I died. It sucks. It's 10K less than I would have had. I don't have a lot of games on Stark Spidey, but I really like playing with him from what I've seen. I know what his potential is, so I really want to play more with him. But I'm gonna have to play him in like Realm of Legends. I gotta get better at his evade because I'm so used to like intercepting. It's gonna be weird not fighting. $31,000? Jesus. Jesus, Storm. Calm down. Evade, special 1, then stun, then heavy to power drain. I think I need to unlock him though to get taunt. That's what gives them like super damage, right? True. I think the first time I used a special 2 with 9 stacks, I did like 3,000 all 3 attacks. I was like, Jesus. Yeah, I think everybody does though. What? I got some 5 stars randomly open. exactly. I don't know about more addicting than crack. Maybe about just as addicting as crack. From one crack addict to another, you know? Dude, my motivation right now for finishing this arena is purely sleep-based. I'm like, sweet, man, when I finish all this, it's bedtime. I'm going to go on to my Cinemax channel. I'm going to pick a movie. I'm probably going to put on Fist Fight. Fist Fight's freaking hilarious. I think that's like the most underrated movie of 2017. Some people were like, oh, it's so dumb. It's two adults fighting each other. That would never happen. Who cares? It's Ice-T wanting to beat up Charlie Day. Come on. Hell yeah, man. Fist Fight. Have you not seen it? It's so good. It also has one of the greatest scenes of parenthood ever depicted on his movie screen. At the very end, his daughter and him do a really awesome father-daughter talent show type of deal. And it's a very, very sweet and emotional type of thing between a father and a daughter. Remember I said that when you watch it. Because then whenever it happens, you'll be like, oh, that's what he meant. But, yo, that movie is hilarious. Have you ever seen Workaholics? There's a girl on Workaholics. She's kind of like the Office brown nose. And in that show, she plays that same character in this movie, except she is really messed up. She plays the school guidance counselor, and basically, she's just retarded. There's no other way to say it. She's retarded. She's like, it's like a senior prank day because it's the last day of school, and there's a horse running through the hallways, and like, why is that horse running through the hallways? And she's like, oh yeah, the students are so crazy. They got this horse, they stole it from the racetrack, and they got all hopped up on some meth. You know, it wasn't really the best batch of meth ever, but you know, they got high on meth, and now it's just running through the hallways. What do you mean they got it? It wasn't the best batch. Hold on. Are you on meth again? Define on meth. Just only on weekends. Only on weekends. And why shouldn't I do it? Is it because meth is a gateway drug? It's the finish line. Oh, it's so funny. And not to mention, if you like 21 Jump Street, where how in 21 Jump Street Ice-T just yells a bunch, that's basically what it is. His character is exactly the same. Just yells a whole bunch, threatens people. He's just Ice-T as a teacher. It's so funny. I think Charlie Day is like one of the... I think he probably was like the standout comedian of the year for me. Horrible Bosses 2 was hilarious. Fist Fight was hilarious. Always Sunny and hilarious. The last season was hilarious. Yeah. Does Cheers mean you're dipping out? If you're heading out of here, thanks for hanging out, man. I'm not too familiar with the lingo. Oh, cheers is thank you? Okay, makes sense. I knew people used to say cheers all the time in RuneScape days. We use it a lot. It's all good. I'm not gonna lie, my friend Lexi is dating a guy from New Zealand. I like people from New Zealand. Y'all some crazy fuckers. Back in the Halo days, there were two groups from New Zealand and one from Australia that came to America for our MLG competitions. And at one of the events, like, some guys were like trying to like tell them, like, okay, look, explain to me New Zealand and Australia. And he's like, they're two different places. And he's just like, what do you mean? He's like, they're not the same. And he was just so confused. He's like, but you guys sound the same. He's like, no, he doesn't. Listen to how he says this, and listen to how I say this. And he's like, it's totally different. He's like, but it doesn't. It sounds the same. It was like explaining cultures to an idiot. It's one of my favorite times from all of my years of gaming. One thing's for sure, the Aussies and the New Zealanders, they can party. That's one of the most fun events ever. Exactly. Damn, those crits though. Oof. Oh yeah, it was good, man. I was 21 years old, but I was hanging out with a whole bunch of other nerdy gamers and traveling around the United States for tournaments in different parts of the country. Okay. I tried dodging him in the corner and he just kicked my ass. I was actually a coach. I retired from the actual gaming portion for where I actually played fairly early on in 2007. But I coached a lot of professional gamers. I've always been more of a strategist rather than a player. Plus, coaching is a little bit more fun. You can go everywhere, do all the same things, but you're not responsible for your placement. were some good times because of the gaming for me. Sports sims. By that you mean like Major League Baseball and the NFL Madden games and stuff? That's pretty dang good. Number 2 in anything is pretty awesome. Nice. Rocket hits so hard. EA Sports Tournament, Formula 1, NBA, and FIFA. Got it, I lost the final though. It's all good, man. You can't learn unless you lose. Not to mention some of our best tournaments came from after a loss. I'll put it like this, if we hadn't got 6th place at MLG Anaheim in California, we wouldn't have won the championship the following month. Because we went to Orlando for championships and we were like really determined while everybody else was like, oh, we only got a month till the grand finals, we should be fine. We just got 1st place or we just got 2nd place. They all just relaxed for a month. Meanwhile, our team like scrimmed against like the best teams out there and streamed constantly, reviewed tons of tape. We went to the finals and we beat everybody. We just stomped. We didn't lose. And we became the first team ever to win from outside the top 6. We were 7th seed, I think, that tournament. We beat the number 2 team, the number 3 team, the number 4 team, and the number 5 team to win. We didn't play the number 1 team, though, because they actually got knocked off by the number 2 team. But we beat everybody else. We got $100,000 and a bunch of points for the next season. Major bragging rights. There was a sponsorship deal that came with it. They gave us a little bit more money. The first year I coached, I actually missed out on a major sponsor that I wanted. I was coaching Triggers Down at the time, and I made a poor decision and ended up leaving the team before a major deal happened, and I ended up missing out on a $25,000 sponsorship contract with Hot Pockets. I would have had all the Hot Pockets my fat ass could have possibly ever wanted. That would have been amazing. I would have died. 100% I would not be alive right now. Because I would not have ever went to the store. I would have been like, I got Hot Pockets. I'm good. Yeah, it's just further proof. Don't leave a team unless you are absolutely certain that what you're going to is better. So, I wasn't certain, but I did it anyways, and it cost me a lot of money. Oh, I need to see those 5 stars. Oh no, lag. What is going on right now? Stop. Is there anything downloading? No? Okay. Seemed like I had something downloading for a while there. I'm at 100%. I'm gonna unplug my phone. Pillow hands. There's 100% an issue with Colossus's Special 2 Connect. Hey man, I got to go, but it's been great finding the stream. Had a good time. Well dude, I'm really glad you found it. I'm going to try my best to stream every night when I do my grinding. So, hopefully I'll see you again. Take care of yourself, have yourself a good night, good day. I'm not really too sure what time it is over there. I'm assuming it's probably like completely the opposite of what time it is now. Somewhere towards your evening. But have a good night, man. Thank you for coming by. Ah, 13-hour difference. That'll do it. It's like a 15-hour difference. Take care of yourself, dude. Have a good night. Later. I'm getting some lag here, man. I don't know why. Alright, time to call it a night. Good night, anyone that might be joining. Thanks for sticking with me.